Hey everybody, I'm Steve from Syrinscape, Community Manager and designer of the new Cyberpunk Red Soundset that we've built for their new box set. And look who I'm with. I'm with Cody from Pondsmith.
Hey everybody, I'm Cody Pondsmith, General Manager at Artelsorian Games and one of the designers on the Cyberpunk Red Jumpstart Kit.
I've been a massive fan of Cyberpunk. In fact, it's actually one of the very first games I played.
Oh wow.
But for anybody who doesn't know about it yet, can you tell us a little bit more about the game itself?
Yeah, the best way I can usually describe it is it's sort of a dark near future where, in the earlier time period, in this 2020 time period that we started with, corporations are ruling everything. Your characters are sort of underdogs and underclassmen, people who are, fighting against corporate control. They're fighting to make sure that they can survive and continue to kind of live their lives as they want to, however they may want to. Cybernetic implants of all forms are like part of society to the point where just about everybody has some amount of cybernetics in them. And it's really sort of about kind of living your life in this incredibly dangerous situation. Everything is personal. Everything is about, how you interact with your family and the world around you and the people that you have decided to put your trust in and stuff like that. And it's actually pretty exciting because here at Gen Con, we have just released the starter kit, the Jumpstart Kit, for Cyberpunk Red, which is the next sort of iteration of our previous game, Cyberpunk 2020, which gets to talk about this amazing rebuilding period in the setting after what we call the Fourth Corporate War, which, to make a long story short, was basically as if like two corporations decided to go head-to-head in attempts of a hostile takeover of a smaller corporation, and in the attempt of doing that, they accidentally started World War III. This nuclear bomb goes off in the main setting of 2020 Night City, and a bunch of hundreds of thousands of people die, and a lot of the city is wrecked, and it leads into this time we call the Time of the Red, which is what we talk about in Cyberpunk Red, which is this sort of period from 2020 to 2045 and a little bit onward where the world is kind of recovering. All of the corporations who have gone through this huge war have kind of been knocked back, and they're trying to claw back all the power they used to have. And a lot of the characters that people will be playing are, still trying to survive through these environments. They're trying to sort of explore the world as it is now. And a lot of them are trying to keep these corporations from getting all the power back that they used to have. It's also particularly interesting because, we've been working with CD Projekt Red, who are, of course, doing Cyberpunk 2077, which is, I think, probably many people's most anticipated video game of their entire lives from how people talk about it. Red leads, because they're in the same timeline, Red starts to lead up to 2077. And there's been an amazing amount of collaboration on both sides to kind of knit the timeline together. So you'll see stuff in 2077 that you've kind of had hinted at in Red, and you'll see stuff in Red that later will evolve into something in 2077.
So we spoke a little bit at PAX about us building the sound sets for you.
Yeah.
Which has been a fantastic experience for us.
I'm glad.
So, what are your general thoughts on this set?
Actually having your interface there to be able to click things in and out of the soundscape and raise and lower the volumes of things was really nice. It's a hell of a lot easier than trying to flip through videos with different music and different sounds. We were testing it out, and we had the inside of the bar going, or the inside of the club going, and then we went into a back room, and all the sounds and the music just sort of faded back. It didn't go away, it just faded back as if you just closed the door. The music fit really well. Actually, one of the things we were most impressed by was we heard you were going to be doing some musical stuff for it. You guys actually had songs, which is still really kind of mind-boggling to me, that you put that much focus into it.
I kind of start in multiple ways. I particularly like to make my drums first. If you listen to the songs for the sound set, you'll find a lot of heavy drums. It's kind of my favorite piece of the construction process, and to create that rhythm, and especially when it comes to the shift in mood, going from an attack scene to a more relaxed scene. that sets the tempo, that sets the pace. So I particularly start with that, and then from there it just depended. Was this a jukebox song? Is this something that you're going to hear a band perform, or is this something that you're going to hear as like that atmosphere, that movie music, as you might call it?
And I must admit, I was the same as you. I thought we'd get some ambient music, and a few bits that we could use. He actually did me 12 different songs, and I think about 7 of them have full lyrics.
So, I think just having all of that at your fingertips and being able to shift through it all pretty seamlessly is probably the best part.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I mean, we've even got kind of like aftermaths in there, so once you've had that fight, you're going to put it on and you've got all the kind of the sounds of the screams and the kind of people muttering and the sirens in the background. And I know one of the future sound sets I'm hoping to build will be an actual trauma team set.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'm really looking forward to that. There's some of the AVs coming in and kind of just everything.
You have to get some like over the speaker, like, step away from the vehicle.
Yeah, that's exactly the feeling I'm going for.
Yeah.
Loud and kind of really going, a paramilitary medical kind of coming in, out of the way, or we will shoot you.
That'd be good. That'd be excellent. I see, now I'm looking forward to that.